Hi guys, welcome back to the Ethical Hacking 101 Bootcamp, and this is going to be the fifth lecture of our ethical hacking series. As you can see, I'm already in the playlist where you will find out the four previous lectures. Today we are going to explore a new lecture, which is so important. We have the lecture number three. We are covering ethical hacking, by the way, and today we will be learning about reconnaissance or information gathering. So much details are involved in this topic, and this topic is going to be really practical and really a bit lengthy. So I'll be clear. The reason is really simple, because so many things are, let's say, so many things need proper explanation. This is your basics. Like, if it is not clear well, then how you gonna perform ethical hacking and penetration testing. So what is reconnaissance? Well, recon is where we gather everything we can about the target. So in recon, what basically we do, we try to gather all the possible information about our target, like the domains, the IP addresses, the open ports, the exposed services, the public available data. Like, we can pull out the publicly available data about the target. So we will be learning so many techniques, practical OSCENT and tools. Definitely so many tools are involved in this. So rather, what so let me quickly jump into the notes of, by the way, yeah. So if I go to the reconnaissance here, you can clearly see, remember, this recon that I am covering right now is not enough at all. Then what we need to cover, well, there is another phase of recon as well, as in which we will be covering web based application. Like, currently we are just covering something which is also important. Let's not go to the details currently, and let's start learning about recon. So recon, reconnaissance refer to the process of gathering information about potential targets of, such as computer systems, networks, or website, to identify vulnerabilities and potential points of attacks. It's the first step hackers or security experts take to understand the target before launching any attack or defense. So this is the simple definition of recon. Let me quickly log in into my machine. So we will be doing practical, as I have told you. Well, we have two kind of reconnaissances that you need to understand. The first one is passive recon, and the second one is a active recon. In passive recon, basically, passive recon is the method of gathering information about the target, such as it could be a website or network, without directly engaging or alerting the target. So we perform passive recon. We do not alert the target. We do not directly engage with the target. Okay, so the target will not be aware that someone is doing recon. Simple is that. It involves observing and collecting publicly available data, analyzing it to understand the target vulnerabilities, configuration, and potential weak points. It is like watching and listening from a distance to learn about someone or something without interacting with them directly. Simply is that. This is what passive recon means. Now we will be learning about the passive recon. So we can perform whois, and we can perform ns lookup, we can perform dig. So who is to query the who is server, and ns lookup is basically name server lookup that I will be explaining, to query the domain name system server. Okay, and dig is to query the dns server. Simple is that. Let me explain it a bit. We use who is to query the who is record, while we use ns lookup and dig to query the domain name system database record, dns record. These are publicly available records and hence do not alter the target. Okay, so what is domain name system? What is dns? Well, dns, which stand for domain name system, it is like a phone book for the internet. Okay, when you type a website address, into your browser like google.com. This is a website address like MasaudSec.com. Your computer need to know the IP address. Simple is that. IP address is a unique number of the server where the website is located. Now, what DNS do? DNS transfers human friendly domain names like google.com into a computer friendly IP address like 172.217.9.46. So this is the job of DNS, to convert this computer friendly IP address into google.com. Then the internet will definitely, the browser will understand that okay, this guy is demanding for google, and it will show you google. It works behind this scene to quickly and accurately route your internet request to the right destination. In essence, dns helps you to find websites and others internet services by converting easy to remember names into numerical addresses that computer use to communicate with each other. Okay, we will be understanding. Yeah, I hope you got the point. We will also learn the usage of two online services. Well, let's for the first thing is let's try to understand about the DNS dumpster. Now we will be performing. I hope you already got the concept behind DNS. Now let's try to perform some passive recon. So we have a DNS dumpster that we will be using. DNS dumpster is an online tool used for network reconnaissance, particularly s- sorry, yeah, for particularly for gathering DNS related information about a target domain. It is a part of a toolkit for penetration tester and security researchers who perform information gathering during the initial phase of security assessment. So let's try to understand the DNS dumpster. Okay, so we just need to go to Google and search for DNS dumpster, and you can see we find the first website. Just click on it, and here you need to provide your target. For example, let's say our target is hacker1.com. Okay, so enter the domain to test. You can see DNS recon and research, find a look up DNS records. So start test. It will try to fetch all the records for you. As you can see that we have so many hosts like this api.hacker1.com. These are the subdomains, docs.hacker1.com, a.ns, okay, b.ns, and www.hacker1.com. These are the and there will be definitely some other records available. Let's try to understand something more. Like we have their IP addresses. We have ANS record, ANS name, cloud, which is Cloudflare. These are open services. They are using Cloudflare. Direct IP address not allowed. So let's try to scroll down a bit. We have MX record. You can see this is MX record. Okay, a record. This is a record subdomain from data set, and this is MX record. And this is ns record. These are the records which is that you can use in during your passive reconnaissance, and you can pull out some confidential information about the target. Similarly, we have txt record, and here you can download it. This is the graphical user interface. Like if you click on it, I think let's leave it right now. So let's try to download this image simply. Let me show you. Okay, so you can see we have hacker1 here, and this is the mx record related with hacker1, and this is the dns record with hacker1. This is the a record with hacker1. Okay, and these are some of the ip addresses related with data. So this is how it works up. you can just pause the video and read further documentation about the things that I have explained here. I will quickly teach you some of the key feature and capabilities of this DNS dumpster. So basically, you can perform DNS enumeration, like you can pull out a record which retrieves you can retrieve the IP addresses associated with the target domain, that for later on you can scan it. You can pull out the MS record, list mail service servers for the domain. You can pull out NS record, identify which will help you to identify the name services and responsible for the domain. TXT record, display text record, and similarly you can pull out the subdomains that I have teach you. You can perform reverse DNS lookup that provide reverse DNS entries to find domain names associated with the IP address. You can pull out some who is record, and you there is a visualization that I have teach you at the end. So yeah, these are the things. I'm not going to go into the details. Just take it screenshot and read it. I don't think so these are hard things, so you can just read it. This is theory. Then we can perform passive domain sorry we can perform passive recon with the help of shodan.io, as well as for example, shodan.io is a powerful tool for penetration testers or hackers or security professionals to find exposed devices and services on the internet. When targeting a specific domain, for example crunch.co.uk, you can use shodan search for various types of devices and services that may be exposed. Here is the 10 important queries which will focus on web-based services only. For example, if you are interested to find HTTP services running on the server with a host name called, it could be anything like x.com, y.com, z.com, depends on you. So you can just type host name crunch.co.uk, http.status, and 200. What it will do, it will try to find out all the domains or web services related with this host. Let me give you a quick example. I think I should try it. Uh, Shodan. Let's do it. So you need to create an account on Shodan. Just click on sign in. If you have an account, you can just go with it. Sorry, you can register. We have two buttons here: register and login. I'll click on login. I think I already have an account, if I'm not wrong. Okay, no problem. I think my credentials are exposed. Okay, now this is a big problem. Okay, guys, so I already logged in. I just logged in, by the way, with my own uh, email address. You can use your Google email, and here you can search for the details about the target. For example, I have asked, the one that I just copied, and you can copy it, and you can see no data found. This is not important that it will always give you the data, but what you can do, you can always try. Okay, for example, facebook.com, and you will find out so many details related with your target. As you can see, there is 408 results found from top countries like United States, Ireland, France, India, Brazil. These are the countries that they have their servers up, and we can find the top organizations, top products up. And this, for example, this is the IP address. You can just give it a read. You can try to pull out the confidential and important information that you feels like, for example, like if you think that this is some sort of important information. And by the way, if you purchase a Shodan premium, even though it will give you some of the publicly available CVEs related with your target. If your target is vulnerable with the publicly available CVEs, it will literally give you the details about it. So you can view the report, and you can just become, I think, let's click on the view report to see what it is giving me. So this is the view report. Yeah, on here on this side, it will give you all the countries. Here you will see that these are the vulnerabilities which is not available currently, operating system that your target is using, what kind of protocol it is using, what web technologies they are using, what kind of products they have, it website titles, what parts they have open, organization related records. So I think this is one of the best thing. And instead of Facebook, you can try on something. For example, let's pick some target that is not be considered as a, I don't think so. Dell have already their own, bug bounty program. So I think you won't be able to find vulnerabilities. Hackers are already working on these things like bug bounty hunters. They literally already report all those vulnerabilities, even if it have it. So you can target some of the targets that are not being penetration tested, like they are not the if they are not the part of bug bounty programs. Hackers use this kind of queries already. Anyway, you can check for the open ports using this for specific open ports. You can check the you can grab the web banners, and with the help of there is another method through which you can also pull out the web web details, and the one common that I literally use, and I just love it. I'll be honest with you. Let's say I have MasaudSec.com, and if I want to pull out the information, like you can say, it is clearly telling me that, hey, this is the WordPress website, or this is the e-commerce, that these are so much these are literally important information. Like you do not ignore these informations. Why? Because just imagine, your target is using an outdated version of CMS, okay, and literally you can target it and hit it, and you can hack into it. If for example they are using the outdated version of Elementor, let's say they are using the outdated version of anything, in hacking we literally target outdated versions, and through outdated versions we hack into the technologies, and I will be teaching you those things in exploitation phase, which is not the part. So you can always use uh, weaponizer for Chrome. It is also available for Firefox as well. So you can just use this, and it is so helpful. It will always give you the information about your target. So I hope you got the point. Now let's keep going. Okay, I think let me open my notes where they are. Okay, then we have some other, like to identify web application firewalls, FTP services, SSH services, database services, and so many other things. So we have a kind of summary. For example, you can even though use your Linux in order to find out the who is record, ns lookup, DNS mx records at DNS server. You can use DNS txt lookup, so many things. Let me quickly give you an example. For example, let me log in Kali, and let's open the yeah. So let's try to become a root user. So the first thing, let's try who is a, let's say the target is Masood. It is totally legal because you are not actively, yeah, you are not actively trying to harm the, uh, target. That's why you can do it. You can see MasoudSec.com registry. So, yeah, I did purchase it. So, you will be able to find some of the details about me, which I have applied. Most of them are false, because you can modify these details. They are not persistent. They are not persisted. What does it mean? Means the target can modify these details. This doesn't mean that you have find the real details. Okay, then you can just type ns lookup. For example, if you are trying to find a type record, you can just type hyphen type equal to a record, or if you are interested to find mx record, you can type mx, or txt, you can find txt record, or a record. Okay, it's totally up to you. For example, let's say I'm trying to find a record. Okay, so let's try hackme.com, and yeah, you can see we have find some of the records related with try hack me. So this is how this everything work. I hope you are getting some of the basics. related with this, and I think the lecture is going to be lengthy a bit. That's why what I will do, this is the first part of our reconnaissance, and which is passive recon, in which we have covered what is recon and how to perform passive reconnaissance, and after that we will be covering active recon. And once in active recon, I will be deeply teaching you about the nmap, how to perform scanning with the help of it. Like there is so many things that we need to be involved in it, how to check the services, what kind of services we have it, like ftp, https, imaps, pop3, pop3s, ssh, smtp, telnet, smtps, like literally so many things that need to be explained. After that, I think it will not be done. Then there will be a web application reconnaissance methodologies that I will be teaching you. Okay, after that, after active recon, I will be teaching you some other recon techniques, how to pull out the subdomains of your target, how to scan them. So many things, guys. So many things are involved in it. So for now, take care. Have a good day. I will see you in the next lecture. And guys, one final thing is. If you are interested to find a mentor, if you are searching for a cybersecurity mentor, ethical hacking, penetration testing, I do offer live classes as well as and I have recorded sessions as well as. And by the way, you can go to the MasaudSec.com and you can find my premium course which is available on Udemy, and it literally have 20 plus modules, 98 plus sections sessions, 20 plus modules, 21 hours plus course. Everything is practical, you can see each and everything, like literally it have everything covered. And by the way, for it's sorry for extra talk, but just final thing, and if you are interested in finding course modules, you can just visit my website. Link will be available in the bio, and here you can just click on explore all the modules, and you will find out each and everything that I am teaching you. That's all for today, guys. If you have any question, please let me know, and make sure to bookmark this playlist for yourself. Okay, and yeah, have a good day. Bye, take care.